Hello, it's 6 o'clock, which means, of course, it is time for the start of a brand new one-day special. Now, not only do we have we've got 3 options of a one-day special, and all of those lovely savings carry over if you do want to go for the complete collection. But before we tell you all the details for that, here's our lovely Barbara. Hello, Barbara.
Hello, gorgeous. How are you?
I'm good. Well, we were just having a quick chat beforehand. I'm full of hay fever, but apart from that, I'm all right.
I know. It's that time of year.
It is indeed. And of course, Barbara, you're joining us live via Skype. Do you just need to clarify that? I can see we've got this gorgeous garden theme. It's very tranquil. It's very lovely. Like, is this because we're in summer? What was the inspiration for these stamps?
Well, this is Linda Williams' inspiration.
Yes.
And she's been designing these all through lockdown, you know, because we said we're locked in, and she just started drawing beautiful garden scenes. And originally they were all made as Groovy Plates.
Yes. And
then our good friends, the customers, kept saying, these would make great stamps. And so we've brought you this insanely, it's so versatile. It's such a compendium of garden stamps. I don't think I've ever seen a collection like it, because there are like 9 different sets in total, and they're so interchangeable. It's absurd, Alex.
Oh, it's so excellent. So what we're going to do then is go through the 3 different options of the one-day special. So the first one we've got is the it's set 1, but in this one you've got your garden shed, the greenhouse, and the lemon tree. And also what I notice is that Linda's put in so many extras, so you can mix and match and create your own scenes.
And this is exactly what I mean. So when we put the sets together, the trio, you'll see here, you've got the garden, as you said, the garden shed, the glass house, and the Wendy house. So you've got the 3 buildings, but then you've got the lemon trees, you've got different trees, you've got wrought iron seats, you've got so many hanging vines, you've got a little picnic set, you've got birds, you've got hanging baskets. When you start mixing and matching, because you've got the masks as well, you can build the most beautiful compositions. It's all about making loads of little pictures. There are also really lovely sentiments. It's just gorgeous. I could not stop playing with these stamps. And if you look at the tiny masks that we're looking at now, the wheelbarrow, the log pile, it's crazy when you start building your scenes. Look how tiny these little masks are.
I know, they are gorgeous. So what I'll do, Barbara, is I think I'll go, if it's all right with you, I'll go through each of the options of the one-day special, and then I'll just show loads of samples as well, which would be
very good idea.
Cool. So this is now in this set 1, you've got 26 stamps in total, and of course you've got the masks. Now you can see that that's got a £10 saving. I'm going to do what Paul likes me doing. He likes me doing this. Take that £10 saving, whoop, and hold on to that. And then we move on to our second collection, which in this one you've got your floral steps, the deck chairs, and the hammock. Again, another wonderful set with lots of different elements.
Can I correct you there? Oh. Are you sure that that's correct?
According to yes, each option has a £10 saving. And then...
Oh yeah, no. I've just got in my paperwork, what I've got is the wicker chairs are with that one. But
sorry.
You know, I'm sorry to. I don't want to confuse the issue here, but we might as well get it. You know, let's make it right at the beginning.
Oh, definitely.
I've got a feeling that set has got the wicker chairs in it. So you've got the deck chairs and the wicker chairs. And then the next set after that has got the hammock and the swing in it. Because I would have put the hammock and the swing in the same set. That's all I'm saying.
Oh, okay. I'll tell you what, our lovely producer is on it, and he will double check for us.
Yeah. I mean, I just want to get it right.
Okay.
My paperwork's not the same as your paperwork.
Okie dokie. I think we'll be making some phone calls to clarify. So sorry, Barbara. Let's have a little look then, and then we'll clarify for you at the end.
Absolutely. If we just have a look at the beautiful stamp sets,
yes,
then you can see here, for example, you've got these wonderful. Look, here we go. So we've got the chairs, we've got the windows, we've got the steps. Just gorgeous again, and again, we've got the bunting here, right? So this set is absolutely glorious. and it can be combined. This is the thing, you can combine it with other artwork. In the introductory VT that I do, I show you all the different mix and match ability. It's absurd. Now the deck chairs, these are brilliant, and you can see you've got a little watering fountain there, and look at the little beard, look at the little shoes, look at the masks are just superb. And I'm absolutely sure that
you are right.
do me a favour,
you are so right. We're swapping it now. It's a mistake on our paperwork, so I do apologise, Barbara. You do get indeed the floral steps, the deck chairs and the wicker chair.
Do not apologise to me. That's why I'm here. But you're going to put the wicker. See the one to your left there?
This one?
The first one. That's it. Grab that and put that in that set.
Excellent.
And that's perfect.
Sorted.
Because I happen to know this because I love the wicker ones.
Right.
The little wicker chairs. And I know because when we put the sets together, I know that I put the hammock and the hanging swing in one set because they went so well together.
Perfect. Right, we've got it sorted.
Oh, it's so gorgeous. I love this set. See, Linda has a certain style when she draws. It's just so beautiful, and these stamps are so delicate. When you see them stamped out, it's crazy how delicate the artwork is. It's just beautiful.
It is indeed. So we've got our second set sorted now. So again, just to repeat then, floral steps, deck chairs and your wicker chair. And then we come over to the third set where we have got our hammock and the garden swing and the rose arch.
That's the ones. Yeah,
Good
they're
stuff.
the three. And the hammock and the swings, yes, you see, because, yeah, just fantastic. And the interchangeability of those two is absurd. And you'll see that I keep going. Which is my favourite? Is it the hammock or is it the swing? I don't know. And the in the Groovy, when we did them in Groovy, these just blew the doors off. And I absolutely love them in stamp format too. They're so lovely to use. And you see, you've got all those you've got little hats.
Yeah.
And you've got grasses, and you can repeat stamp with them. And again, you've got the masks to cover them up and build your scenes. The interchangeability is absurd, Alex.
I love it. I love them all, like you say. And so, of course, we've given you the option. There is the option for the complete collection. So, as I always like to say, if you take, so each option has a £10 saving, £10 saving and a £10 saving. So that's £30 in total. Then as the complete collection, not only do you get everything you've just seen here, you also get the folder to put your gorgeous stamps in. That is worth £7.98. So if you're not a Freedom member, you get a further £13 off, which means it's £43 saving. But if you are a Freedom member, an extra £10 off. So then you've got a £53 saving on this entire collection, which is just brilliant. Should we have a look at some samples, Barbara?
Yeah, lovely. I mean, that's more than a third off.
Yes, it is.
That's more than a third off the complete bundle.
Lovely.
And yeah, I mean, it's impressive, really. You know, it's an irresistible price for an irresistible collection of garden stamps. And because we've all been in lockdown for so many months, and we've all been hanging out in the gardens, I think these are going to be they're so good for so many occasions as well, whether it's for men or women or or children. There's a retirement. Look at the Wendy house.
Yeah.
So many possibilities. You've got the garden sheds and the greenhouses for your man, cards. Look, isn't that lovely?
Oh,
It's
look at the
pretty.
lounges. They're great. I kind of want to... Do you know what it is as well? When you look at these scenes, is that you just want to jump into them. You want to be there.
They're so quintessentially English as well.
Which is lovely, isn't it? And I'll just show a few more samples.
Isn't that one?
This one is, this one is by Sheila. That one's by Sheila. And then, this is excellent. Look at these. That's by Deb.
That's the rose arch, and it's been used to great effect. Who's done that one?
That's by Deb.
Deb McMullin. Isn't that super with the three little kids? Look,
I
love it.
Love them. Here's another one with that arch. Oh, look at the little bird. He's so cute.
Yes, yeah. So this would be a beautiful, that rose arbor, make a beautiful wedding card too with the doves.
That would be superb. I'll just do one more. There you go. And I'll show more later. And
Isn't that lovely?
It's gorgeous. That one's by Linda.
See, the thing is, there are so many. One of my friends who works with us, Jilly, she says that because she's a real stamper, and she says what appeals to her most about these stamps is that there are so many tiny little stamps, so you can build so many pictures and scenes. It's not like one great big stamp.
Nope.
It's the creativity of it. You get yourself a set of mounts, and then you just build your scenes. It's all these tiny little elements that give you a real buzz when you're making them, you know.
Well, everybody's liking them because, Barbara, we are over 20% of the complete collection gone in 10 minutes.
The complete collection.
The complete collection.
God.
That's so cool. So you're getting everything that you're seeing here, panning across. It is 95 stamps, the 9 masks, and you're getting the A5 storage. Remember, if you're a Freedom member, with all the savings that carry over, you are saving £53. And I believe it's...
That one.
Say that again, sorry, Barbara.
Oh, sorry, no, £53. Yeah, I was just looking at the artwork. They took the oak trees and turned it upside down. Look at that piece of artwork to your left. Go there, where your hand is, where your left hand is.
Left hand.
Go here. Yeah.
Okay.
Pick that artwork up. Pick the artwork up that's there.
All right.
Right, and you see the oak trees. Whoever made that artwork has turned the oak trees upside down and hung the hammock off the oak trees upside down. It's so clever,
isn't it? I wouldn't have thought to do that. That's why it's always so nice to look at. No, that's always how it's so nice to look at samples, because then you get even more inspiration.
Who made this one? Can I
who made
ask?
this one? Yes, Julie Dunn.
Julie Dunn. That is so clever.
Love that. Love it.
I just don't see these. You see, Alex, I don't see the art samples until I'm looking at them here.
I know. What I will definitely do is, in between each video, I'm going to try and show as many as I possibly can. And of course, Adam's on at 8 o'clock. Yes, 8 o'clock as well. So we'll see loads of them because I think they're amazing. Thank you so much, Barbara, and thank you for sorting that out for us. Apologies, our end was wrong.
Oh, don't apologise. That's exactly why I'm here at 6 o'clock with you.
Cool.
No. We iron out any crazy. You see, this is the thing, and we got to go with the flow.
Yeah.
If I were in the building, if I were there, then you're doing all this on our behalf. So at Clarity, we thank you for setting up everything and putting everything out for us. You know, we're very grateful to you. And if you just move one stamp over, who cares? We got it right, okay?
Thank you so much, Barbara. And I think I'm with you for final call tomorrow as well. So hopefully I'll see you. And is it Paul maybe possibly tomorrow? Oh, well,
possibly. I'm on holiday. I'm supposed to be having a week off.
Oh, and we're getting you to do this. All right, thank you so much, Barbara. Have a lovely week off. And again, I love your lippy.
And lots of love to you. And I might just treat you then, girlfriend.
Thank you. Oh, boom. So we've got a lovely introduction now from Barbara on one of the videos. Do make sure you're checking out your baskets. It's gone nuts out there for this complete collection. Here we go. Let's take a look.
Hello, I'm so excited to be able to introduce you to this wonderful compendium of garden stamps designed by Linda Williams. I spent the whole afternoon yesterday just playing and building scenes and dipping into different sets and taking the hammock from that one and the grasses from that one and the little cat from that one and just building different pictures. Let me indulge you for a minute and let me just show you a few of the different possibilities. It's quite astounding when you start to play. I'm so impressed with the quality of these stamps as well. So here, for example, I've only used a handful of the elements from the Rosebauer set, but you see, you can just build up by using, it's just gorgeous. It just needs some colour. Now, the interesting thing, though, is let's take this one now, and you'll see I've used the Rosebauer again, but this time I've introduced the wicker chairs and the little drinks table and the little dog, and then let's take another element here. For example, from the Rosebauer set again, there is an ivy corner, and I built a frame with the ivy corner, and then I put the dovecot that's also in that set. So you can see straight away, just by using a couple of images, it's fascinating how you can build so many lovely sets, so many lovely pictures, excuse me. So now let's take a look, for example, at the at the swing. So I love this swing. I just think the swing is gorgeous, and I will be using the swing in a demonstration later on. Now the swing actually comes with, this is interesting, it comes with all the Japanese elements, which is gorgeous. But interestingly, this little flower element, that comes from the rose bower again, you see. But have a look at the two different pictures that I've created using different elements. It's that mix and match ability again. It's so it's just so much fun. Hours of play. Hours of play. Now let's have a look, for example, now at the hammock. So that I love this hammock. And the hammock comes in the set with these two oak trees, left and right. So you can hang it just like that, and we can use the grasses. So taking little flowers from here and a trug of flowers. And there are so many little elements. It's crazy. Not to mention the beautiful sentiments as well. Now let's keep your eye on the hammock and then have a look at this picture. So here I've taken two completely different elements, these two, and I've hung the hammock from that set. Now those two, interestingly enough, they come from the greenhouse, right? But now have a look at this one. This is where it gets really, really brilliant. So I stamped this one up with the hammock, and then I used the same top traditionally with the greenhouse, which is where you'll find that set. It's just fascinating, the different elements that you can get. And in actual fact, these fairy lights, they come from, interestingly enough, they come from this set that comes with the wicker chairs. Now, keep your eye on the wicker chairs. And now let's make a tall card. So let's get rid of all these beautiful, see, this is all artwork ready to be coloured in. I've created so many toppers, so many possibilities for different occasions, for different cards, be it weddings, birthdays, anniversaries, gentlemen. So, yeah, there are so many different possibilities. Condolence cards. So have a look at this one, and you'll see here we've got the wicker chairs at the bottom, and then I started building upwards. But again, you'll see here at the top, you've got that Japanese garland, and that comes from the swing set. It's just really fun. And this little element here, that doesn't actually belong to this set. I just added it because I can. And then finally, let me show you the lemon tree set. So this is great, and many of you will be familiar with these images from the Groovy Plates. They were very popular also. But if we have a look, for example, here, you'll see we've got the Wendy house, and this is pretty much the set as it stands. Okay, so I've stamped up the elements from one set. Now, let's take that lemon tree and let's add it to the garden shed instead. So we've got the garden shed with all the man cave stuff and the log pile and the wheelbarrow. And then we've added the lemon tree from the lemon tree set. But let's take now this Wendy house from the lemon tree set and let's change the scene completely. And what I've done here is I've taken the two deck chairs and the tree in the deck chair set, I masked off the Wendy house, added the trees in the background, and you've got a completely different garden scene. See, I think this is absolutely incredible when you start to look at the various possibilities. And I know that the design team have absolutely loved this collection because of its versatility. And I know that they will have used loads of colour and endless compositions. But what I wanted to do is just introduce you to this mix and match ability, how you can take one little element and then you can completely change it by using other little elements from other sets. So I hope that you enjoy these garden stamps by Linda Williams. I think they are just fantastic.
you are enjoying them, because over a third of the stock of the complete collection has now gone in 19 minutes. It is super busy out there. I thoroughly recommend that you shop online if you can at Hochanda.com, just to save you waiting on the phone lines. So let's have another look at these gorgeous stamps. There's so many elements to them. 95 stamps that you're getting in total, and you've got the gorgeous garden shed. Then you've got your greenhouse. You've also got sentiments in there. And look at the little tiny pots of flowers, aren't they adorable? So all of those elements. So, and with the complete collection, absolutely everything is scaled to perfection. So it's not like you're going to find a massive house and then a really small swing or something. Do you know what I mean? It all works in tandem in terms of how they have been drawn. Look at that little wheelbarrow. So you also get your masks too, so that you can really create foreground and background, really create depth and perspective. There's a little chair on there, there's shrubbery. Again, you get those masks. If you are wanting the one-day special, we've got the options at the bottom of the screen. So you're looking at the first option right now, where you'll get a £10 saving. Here's our last one. This one, we've got our lovely lemon tree. It's beautiful. So it was actually your good selves at home who requested these in stamp form, and true to form, our Barbara has delivered. And they are gorgeous designs by Linda Williams. So that's your first option, and you've got that £10 saving. We can then come over to the second option, where you'll get, I'll get it right now, you've got the Floral Steps, the deck chair, and you've got the Wicker Chairs. Once more, they've got all of those wonderful elements. I love the stairs. I love those Floral Steps. I think they're divine. I just want to jump into this. It's beautiful. You've got little bunting. You can have a little garden party. A little table with the teapot. It's very, as Barbara said, quintessentially English. Very beautiful. There's your window to mask, the bunting to mask. Barbara's really thought about everything. And of course, these designs are gorgeous by Linda. Moving on, we've got that middle one there. You've got all that shrubbery. Oh, I love the water fountain. And there's the deck chairs. And once more, you've got the masks. Coming up to the top then, we move on to, let's have a look what we've got here. There's again, more wonderful foliage. This one's the Wicker Chair. I love that the Wicker Chair has a little parasol over the top, keeping the shade. That's a very nice outside table, isn't it? They're having proper afternoon tea with that lovely table that's all dressed up. That one is your second option then. Option 2, Floral Steps, deck chairs and Wicker Chair. And then coming over to your third option of the one-day special, here we have got, this is where you've got the hammock now, right? The garden swing and the rose arch. I loved Barbara's idea that the rose arch could be for weddings, almost definitely. And now we're allowed to have them again, which is marvellous. And then, yeah, look at the detail on the hammock. I think the hammock's even got little tassels on. How cute is that? I might get some, if I was stamping that, I'd colour them in and I might get maybe some lovely glossy accents on them. You've also got those sentiments, don't forget. Look, there's a little hat. One hat's got a bow on. Then we've got our middle one. More wonderful scenes that you can create with the foliage. Look at that. Isn't that pretty? I really want to be in these garden places. And there are the masks once more. I love that. It's the hanging chair, which is brill, or the garden swing, I should call it. And then last but not least, that gorgeous rose arch. It's absolutely stunning. Mix and match, mix and match. Really, okay. Over 40% of the complete collection is gone, and I haven't even finished, because with the complete collection, you are also getting the folder, which is, I believe, worth £7.99 in itself. Oh, £7.98, give or take a penny. Now, let me just break down these savings for you. If you were to go for each option of the one-day special, you'll get a £10 saving here, £10 saving here, and a £10 saving here, £30. That carries over. You then, if you're not a Freedom member, get an extra £13 saving. That then works out at £43 saving. However, if you are a Freedom member, there's an extra discount. So we've given you an extra £10 saving. So in total, you are saving £53. And it's a why not deal. Why not become a Freedom member? Because your postage will be included. And you can also, if that's not good enough, I love the deals that Barbara does for us. You can spread the cost on FlexiBuy. Let's see what it is. 3 times, not twice, 3 times as a Freedom member, and it's £29.97. That is the price as a Freedom member. We've got to show some samples now, haven't we? Let's take a look. Oh, look. Look how beautifully this has been coloured. Now, I'm not sure which one we're on here. Are we on? Because I just wanted to find the names. Is it over here? That's that one. So that one is by D. Fantastic. That one's by D. We're coming to some along the front, I believe. Then this one here. Oh no, this one around here. This one is by Jane that we're looking at. Look how they have been coloured in, and they will all mix and match. Do you know what? I think the possibilities are absolutely endless with how you can put the complete collection together. There must be, I don't know, like thousands and thousands of different compositions when you've got the complete collection with the 95 stamps. Now, which one are we on here? Is this over here? Right, is it this one? Lovely. That is by Linda Williams. Stunning. I love that composition. Are we going to this one? I'm trying to guess now where we're going. This one is by Julie, and I've got loads more behind that I can show you a little bit later on. I love that there's a little hat hanging from it, and as Barbara said, can't believe those are the oak trees upside down. How amazing is that? Few more. And then we've also got the Groovy Plates to show you. This one is by Sarah. Now, isn't this nice? Because it's just done nice and easily, nice and simply on your craft card. And I think that looks really effective. This one is by Sheila. Loving the colours there. That is really cool. But we can go from this to something amazing like this. Look at that. And so this is good use of the masks, I believe, actually. And this one is by Andy. And then if I go to the other collection, this is a lovely, clean and simple one, beautifully coloured. That one is by Sheila. Isn't that pretty? Any occasion, of course, thank you cards, birthday cards, anniversary cards, just because cards. This is another one by Sheila. Love those floral steps. And how clever is this one by Elaine? And she's actually decoupaged up a little bit. Can you see that there's a slight raised element? Very clever. And let's show you a few more from the third set, which is by Elaine. Again, beautifully coloured. Look at that. Look at the detail. And then another one by, oh, I'm sorry. Hang on, it's that way round. This one is from Sarah. And with the serenity and the joy, I like that. And also adding some of Barbara's barbarisms. And let's do one more. This one is by D. Paramore. Look, again, the composition. There's a little duck just waddling around. How sweet is that? So remember, for your complete collection, 3 payments if you're a Freedom member of £29.97, and you get 95 stamps, beautiful images, 95 stamps and the 9 masks and the storage. Brilliant stuff. 976146. Now, just a quick mention of the Groovy Plates. We will see more of these in the 8 o'clock hour, but it's nice to touch on them if you haven't yet seen them. So I think these were Linda's original designs in Groovy form, from what I remember Barbara saying, and then now we've got them in stamp form. But take a look at these plates. Again, you can mix and match just as much as you can with the stamps, and you've got a fantastic collection with those deck chairs. You've got the time to relax. I love the water fountain. Now, see, with Groovy, if you didn't want to add those cushions in to that chair, you don't have to. You just pick the elements that you want. Oh, look at the ducks. Look at the little happy duck. He's so funny. Wait, look at his whack. He's gorgeous. He's trying to catch up with them. Here we've got that gorgeous swing. Oh, I love the lanterns. They're pretty, aren't they? Still going, still more. Sorry, I'm just watching the monitor to see what we're looking at. Still more here. There you go. There's the wheelbarrow. There's that garden shed. You've got your take time to love your garden. And I know if we're lucky enough to have a garden at the moment, a lot of us have been doing a lot of gardening and enjoying the garden. There's the beautiful hammock. Enjoy peaceful moments. And that's what this lovely set, and of course the stamp set, is all about. You can spread the cost, 2 payments of £37.45, and the item number is 943318. Oh, by the way, sorry, I almost forgot, you do get your storage as well. See, you get loads here. So now we are going to hand over to Barbara for another demo. We're going back to the stamps this time.
Right, let's do a little demonstration showing you how to build a scene using our masks. Just in case you're new to Clarity, I want to explain that many of the stamps in this wonderful compendium, they come with masks, even the tiniest little birds. Let me show you how they work. I reckon that Clarity is probably the only stamp company in the world that provides you with masks. And, you know, in the day we always used to cut them out, and now we don't have to because these masks are reusable. So if you, for example, let me just give you an example. If, for example, I stamp this lovely wicker chair into place, okay. Now, I've got choices. If I want to create a background, I've got to cover it up. So let me show you an example. If I want to create a background, I've got to mask off the foreground now before I can introduce the background. That's how it works. So that's the first thing I want to say. So then we would mask this off, right? And we would attach this whole mask, look, to that particular image. That's the first thing that needs to be done. If also we want to put images behind one another, this is another reason too. So let's say, for example, I want to put the table and the chair. If I want to do it just like that separately, it's fine because I need the mask for the background. But let's say I want to put the table behind this chair. Let's pretend that I'm going to do that. Well, in that case, instead of putting the table there and then the next chair, what I would do is I put the one that's going to go in front down first. So I'm going to ink up this particular chair now. I'm going to leave a goodly gap, like I'd say about that much. Now we'll just add that image there. So now I've got two chairs, but I've got a gap in the middle and the table is too big for the gap. Let's have a look from above and you'll see what I'm talking about. You see, so now I need to either mask both stamps or one and then move the table right over. Yeah? So let's do that now. Let's take our masks and show you how this works. I'll come in here so that I can get in over the top. And these masks sit absolutely perfectly. All you need to do is keep your eye on two areas. Like I'm going to look at that wing there, and then there you go, and the foot there. That'll do. That's that one in place. Now, if I want to put I think, you know what, we're going to push the boat out. I'm going to take the umbrella and the other chair as well, just to show you. Right, let's take this as well. So we're going to lift this up. It's very delicate, and I would suggest that you go easy with the masks. So let's just pop the umbrella in first, the brolly. So that's sitting in place, and now we're going to come down. I mean, it might look fiddly to you, but I tell you what, it still beats cutting it all out like we used to in the good old days. There we go. So now we've covered up, if you look from above, you'll see we've covered up both wicker chairs with the masks. Now, let's go for the table. Let's decide where we're going to put it first, because it needs to sit probably back a bit, because otherwise it would be weird. It's got to go back a little bit. Right, so decide where it's going to go, because you're using a fast-drying ink pad, aren't you? Right, here we go. So ink, and then we're going to decide where it's going to go. Right, back a bit, and then plant. And then we're going to plant that down, excuse my head, and then wiggle a little bit. Right, so now this is so cool because when I lift the, just let me put the lid on there. When I lift the masks off here, let me just take this one off because this is the easiest one to put back. If I take that away, you'll see now that let me come up tight. If I come into this camera and show you, then you'll see that the table now is behind, you see? And that's how you get that fabulous depth. So once that's how masks work, and that's how you get depth. So for example, if I wanted to, at this stage, if I wanted to put the background in, then I'll take my table and I'll cover all that up. Now, for the sake of speed, I've already sort of constructed a little picture. Let me show you. So because I tell you why, those little cocktail umbrellas, they're individual masks. So you've either got to get a pair of tweezers, I would recommend, because they actually are, those little cocktail cups and glasses are masks, believe it or not. So what I've done is I've stamped exactly what I just did. I added a couple of little birds. Now the birds don't come with masks, so I'm going to give it a go, see if it works. I've coloured them with a white pencil, and I hope that that acts as a kind of a resist. We'll see if it does or not. I took the grass from another set, I don't know, can't remember which one, but it looks lovely. Let me see if I can tell you. Ah, it comes from the Wicker set. There you go, so it comes from the same set as the Wicker Chairs. That's good then. Right, and then what I've done is I've just made a frame around the outside with masking tape, just to see, so you can see the contrast. And then I'm going to take my brush, enter the golden turmeric, just a lovely yellow, and let's see if we can add a background. Because we're masked off, we should be able to just put a really lovely, I put some flowers in the back as well, look. So what I'm doing is I'm just adding a kind of a vignette, if you like. Doesn't have to be dark, it just has to be there, okay? So you just go round and round like so. Right, this would be nice. Because when I lift this away, let me show you, you see there is a difference. I mean, it's yellow, I'm playing it safe, and it's supposed to be a lovely, let's go over the chair a little bit. This is supposed to be a lovely spring morning. Or actually they're drinking coffee, no, maybe not morning. Maybe it's a lovely summer afternoon. Unless, well, I don't know, who says, if you want to drink margaritas at 9 in the morning, nobody's stopping you. Let's put a bit of green in. Right, here we go. These brushes are amazing. They're so good when you're using masks. So now I'm just adding a little bit of what's called dry weed. Okay, and what we want to do is just add a bit of dry weed to the base, because that will darken that area up a little bit. And if you wanted to, you could, of course, see, the longer you do this, the darker it gets. That's the best part of it, right? But the other thing is, if you wanted to, you could take a bit of copy paper. Let's just see, if I take a piece of copy paper, let me just tear, I know. Right, let's do that then. And we'll see if there's a little, it needs a bit of grass cutting, but this will do. Right, here we go. And now we're just going to add, see if this works. Add a little bit of green to the base of the picture. See if that worked. Yeah, that would be lovely. Right, so now we're going to get some depth in the picture, okay? What I want to show you really is how marvellous these masks are. So once I've done that, then the next thing is I just want to sweep, because obviously there's lots of ink now on these masks. So what I want to do is just sweep downwards. So I'm cleaning the masks at the same time as adding a little bit of a drop shadow. Do you see? Right, this is going to be lovely. Right, and then when you lift this away, let's have a look. We'll take this away. I don't want to overcook it. I just want to show you how you can build lovely scenes very simply. You don't have to be a master stamper to do this, but you see how the brush gives you a really nice look. So we've done that, and then let's take the masks off the. What I'm going to do now, just for the sake of speed, I'm just going to remove the masks and put them on a piece of copy paper, and then I'll put them on their carrier sheets later on, but not right now. So we'll just pop them on a piece of copy paper for the moment so I don't lose the little elements, and you'll see, look, see what I mean about look at the little cup. What are the chances of hanging on to these? I know, I know. Well, good luck with that. Right, and then there's a little house there too. Look. But what a smashing little picture. And now it's just crying out to be coloured in. Isn't that gorgeous? Easy, easy street, isn't it? And then if I wanted to, just because I can, let's go back here. I could leave it like that, or if I wanted to edge it, let me take one of my micron pens. Now I need a micron pen that's a little bit thinner than that one. Let me just find my 005, that'll do. A 005 or a 1 is the answer that I'm looking for. Yeah, 1, that's better. Right, and I just want to show you how you can make a really easy finishing, it's a finishing trick, but I've shown you how to do that. And now we're going to come down and we're just going to go through here like that. I'm wiggling deliberately, right? So I'm going to go like that, wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Right, here we go. It's not supposed to be straight, in case you're thinking I've lost it. Right, random. There we are. So we go up like that and we're going to get a bit of a wave going. It's fine if it's not perfect. That's exactly what you don't want is perfect. And then what we're going to do now is go back the other way. So let me just, I'm creating weaves. There you go. That's what I want to do. So I'm going to now go in the opposite direction to where I was before. Do you see? And what I'm doing by doing this, there you go, I'm creating colouring opportunities. So for example, every time I overlap, there you go. What I've done is I've given myself areas to colour in. So if I go to my pergoliners now, which are here, right, I can take my pergoliners. Now where are those lovely colours that I was looking for the other, there they are, brilliant, right? So now I can take my yellow, for example, and I can just fill in these areas. Do you see how this brings it to life? Look, I can put yellow or green, I think yellow down here. Look, and these pergoliners, they do the job so beautifully. Right, and that's it. So every time that you've overlapped, you see, you've given yourself a little colouring opportunity in the frame. But it's so easy to do, and I know I'm rushing a little bit now, but you get it, don't you? And it looks so pretty when it's done. So let's just whistle down this side, and now see, what I know that I'm going to do is colour this in yellow because it will tie in so nicely. Look, we've got a yellow, sunny parasol in the garden. Doesn't that look fab? There you go. 5 more minutes and this will be a masterpiece. Thank you.
And all those little accessories, such as your pergoliners, the micron pens, have a look on the website. The beautiful stencil brushes, they really are amazing to use. Now, coming back to the complete collection, that's where you're going. Half the stock of the complete collection is gone. And as always, we've got a deep stock because we know you absolutely adore Clarity products and Groovy products, and you know, so we've got a deep stock. Half the stock has gone. We're just having one more look at these beautiful stamps and then I'm going to show more samples for you. With the complete collection, as a Freedom member, you are getting a £53 saving because all of the savings from the 3 options of the one-day special carry over. There's a further saving and an extra 10% if you're a member. Now let's have a look at these compositions, because I think why you're going for the complete collection is that you've got so much choice then. You've got so many options available. You'd never get bored with this collection, would you? This beautiful one is by Dee, and I love the colours she's used. She made it like a conservatory. And then this is also Dee's with it's the extra details. There's a little pot hanging there. Have you seen the cat? Look at his little face. Adorable. It's those, the more you look, the more you see. There's somebody's having a nice little picnic there, lying down on some of those cushions. This one's really pretty with making it into a nice 3D card. This is by Sarah. And again, look, she's layered it up. So this is at the foreground. That's really nice. Oh, time to relax. That sounds good, doesn't it? This one is by Linda. Oh, she's also done, I think, same sort of technique that we've just seen Barbara do to get that background. This is by Linda also, and you can see, well, look at those lovely colours of flowers. Oh, it's gorgeous, just hanging out of that window. What about making tags? How about that? And this one also says your time to relax. I love a good water fountain. This is by Sarah. And then if I just reach over to some of the sort of third one day special collection. This is by Andy. How nice is this? So it's nice and clean and fresh there. And then we go a little bit grungy. And then moving over. Haha, chill. I like this. Here we go. That's by Andy as well. Definitely, let's chill. And this is nice and achievable, just a great inky background. Sometimes you want to produce something really quick, don't you? And this one is by Jane. And as you can see, that lovely inky background, but then it's taking the sentiments this time and those little flower pots, but you're getting all of these gorgeous images. 3 payments if you want to spread the cost, and if you're a Freedom member, it's £29.97 in 3 instalments. And as ever, if you are shopping with us and doing Flexi Buy, we will send this out to you on your first instalment. You don't have to wait 3 months by the time you've sort of paid it off. So you can play before you pay. That's what I like to say. Item number is 978146. Right, we've got just enough time to fit in Barbara's final demo for this hour. Here we go.
This is a quickie, just a quickie, to show you something else about these stamps that needs to be pointed out. If you look at the individual stamps, now I'm going to the garden shed now. When you look at the garden shed in and of itself, just that one element has got so many details on it. And I actually stamped up, if you think about it, I stamped up what I call either a topper or a template, which I can then copy as I like. So I've already worked out what goes where, but I just want to show you something. If I just take the shed on its own, let me just ink up the shed on its own without any other elements, just the garden shed. Happy Father's Day. I love you, Dad. Happy birthday, Dad. Right. Look, I just want to pop this on a piece of paper. Don't worry about the dovecot. I just want to show you this on a piece of card so you can see what is going on with one little stamp. Right. Perfect stamped image. Now let's have a look at all the different elements we've got here. Look at that. You've got so much. You've got the broom. You've got all that stuff hanging on the wall. You've got the flower pots. There's so much interest already in one little stamp. And the detail, the fineness of these stamps is absolutely staggering. I'm so proud of these. Now, let me just humour me here. This was the template that I stamped up so that I knew exactly what would work, and I took the lemon tree and I added it all up for composition. Right. Then I took the same image and I stamped it onto a piece of designer paper because I thought, well, that would help a lot with the beautiful backgrounds. Now, where did I find this designer paper? This is great because I decided to go with a 12 by 12. Because when you look at the 12 by 12, it's so expansive that you can get a really beautiful, like, it's not so, this is the one I used, look. You see, and when you look at this, you've got a whole landscape staring at you already. So I thought, right, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to use the 12 by 12 to stamp on. And tomorrow morning, I also use the 12 by 12 as an insert it's in the 8 o'clock project. But I want to show you, so I've got my template, I've re-stamped it in exactly the same place, so it's a no-brainer. I haven't got to think about it. I'm not wasting good designer paper. And then, once I've stamped it, using just a basic black archival, then I take an HB pencil and I start to add shadow. And this is something that we do in the doodle sessions on Facebook Live every single day. And you watch how a little bit of shadow in the right place, you just go through now and you work out where the shadow would be, right? And just a bog standard HB pencil, and you add the little shadows. If I come round to this, let me work from behind so you can see it. And I'm just adding a little bit of shadow under there. Look at the skep, the beehive here. You just add dimension where it would obviously be. A little bit under the grasses there, under the tiles, that's going to be dark. Under those stones above the door. Oh, I know, we could put something in there. How about, there you go, Dad. Hey, look, just write Dad. Isn't that superb? But you can see how just by, you work your way around the picture and you add a little bit of shadow underneath, like there's a log pile there. That's brilliant because it's got a mast to go with it. See, so you put the log pile in before you put the trees in. The lemons, you just put a little bit of shadow in the lemons. What else we got? Under the doors is great. Underneath the tin, look, this is the old, under the spade. In the spade, let's add a little bit of shadow within the spade because it's, yeah, nice. And you'll see, as you, just with a little bit of shading, clever shading, you get the most brilliant depth, and the colours are from the 12 by 12. So you haven't really got to think about what you're going to do in the background afterwards. All you've got to do is add a little bit of interest. I mean, you could add 1 or 2 colours, but I think the background does the job for you. You see, and then you can just add a bit of depth like that with your pencil. Now let's look at the window. Let's just do the window together. So underneath the hinges, like so, just a bit of depth. Underneath the window ledge, maybe even in the window a little bit, just a little tiny bit of shade in the window. There you go. I mean, you could put curtains in if you feel like it. But my point is that you can just, with an HB pencil, look how much dimension you can get here. And you just add a little bit of shadow around there, look, around the bottom of the barrel. And straight away, it starts to look like a real lovely piece of art. And then all you need to do is take that and mount that on a card blank. We've got some really good card blanks. We always use these. Let me just, I think a black would be smashing. Let me grab a black. Would that be the right size? I reckon. These card blanks are great. They come in black and white. Oh yeah, that's going to look super. Look. And then I might add a clever little border like I did in the first demo. You know, just a little bit of a squiggle with a black pen. And wouldn't that make a nice card for a dad?
Beautiful card, absolutely stunning. You are loving this complete collection. Over half the stock has gone. This is only the first live hour. It's meant to last, of course, the course of 24 hours. Of course. Will it? We don't know. But in the complete collection, you have got 95 stamps. They all mix and match fantastically. The possibilities are endless. You've also got the 9 masks. And don't forget, you're getting your storage folder. I believe that's worth £7.98. Now, with the 3 options of the one-day special, and if you do just want one option of the one-day special, it's at the bottom of the screen for £34.97. But each option has a £10 saving, which carries over. So that's £30 in total. Then, as a non-Freedom member, if you go for the complete collection, you'll get a further £13 saving. So we're now at £43 saving. But if you're a Freedom member, this is why it's worth becoming a member, you get another £10 off. So that is £53 that you save. Oh, and even better, you could spread the cost 3 ways. If you're a Freedom member, it's 3 payments of £29.97. I would get it now because it is absolutely flying out the door. Because obviously we've got repeats throughout the evening too. Are we 15 seconds? Really? We've got another minute. I'm like, she's going 15 seconds and I'm like, no. I can show you some samples then really quickly. That was really good. I have had that before and I've gone and buy. Oh, we're still on air. Right, this one is by our lovely Elaine. I like that. I like the composition with the circle there. And then moving along, we've got, you see, this has got the beautiful parchment, designer papers there. That's by Julie. Look at how she's coloured it. Can you see all the detail? Look, there's the pot, there's a little wicker brush, you know, broom, if that's what you call it, the little barrel. There's a little axe there. They've been chopping some wood. Flowers in the front. It's just, honestly, so much detail. You will love using these. Now, Adam will be up at 8 o'clock to show you this again. Paul will be joining him, I think, on Skype this time, and I know he'll show you lots and lots more samples. Check out your baskets. Phenomenal complete collection, and I don't want you to miss out. Right, I'll see you after this short break.